Hey, all you awesome, fantastic runners. I'm Cheryl Groce-Wright, and I'd like to welcome you to your 2021 half marathon training team, lovingly known as HMTT. I can't express how excited we are to get this training season started after having a bit of an off season in 2020 and having all the changes that brought. But we are back full strength this year, teams in full force, coaches ready and able to get you to the starting line and ultimately to the finish line. I'm here at City Stadium, where we will spend the next 14 weeks, Saturdays and Sunday mornings, training and running and having a lot of fun together to get you to your half marathon. We're anxious to get back to all the great ways that HMTT gets to support you and encourage you to succeed on November 13th, which of course is race day in Richmond. Whether this is your first half marathon or your 10th or maybe your 50th, we've got you covered with so much support you won't know what hit you. It takes commitment on everyone's part. First is a commitment of sports backers and a team of staff that work tirelessly to see that your training and race experience is the best one you could have. Megan Schultz, Mara George, my sidekick, as well as John Lugbill and the board of directors of Sports Backers are all rooting for your success. There are also some great sponsors that make sure this race is a quality experience like none other. Our sponsors include CarMax, yay CarMax, Fleet Feet Running Shoes, and Jeff Wells and his team, VCU Health and their personal training and athletic support program, and a number of others that you'll meet along the way during the season. Second to me is your trusted head coach. In my 11th season coaching with HMTT, I've coached previously on the Penguins and the Pandas, and now my second year as head coach of HMTT. You truly have no greater fan this season than me, and you will see me everywhere all season and on race day, making sure that you feel loved, encouraged, energized, motivated, supported, cheered, etc., etc. When you see a minion, well, that's just your crazy head coach, making sure the fun is always in the house. And third, and most important, is a group committed to your successful completion of the training program and the half marathon, are a team of 60 volunteer coaches you will meet on August 7th and 8th, who have many years of experience, at this point over 800 years combined of running, and will support and teach you everything you need to know to successfully run and complete the Richmond Half Marathon. They will amaze you. They will motivate you. They'll teach you, encourage you. They'll make you laugh. They'll have fun with you. They'll celebrate each and every achievement. And they will be with you and there for you for the entire 14 weeks of this program. Use them, rely on them, get to know them well, run with them, learn what their greatest tips and strategies for their own running routines, and most of all, have fun with them. The teams are, and some of you know these because you've been with them before. We have a new combined team of the Pandas and the Penguins called the Crocodiles. The Zebras, of course, and I know many of you are there cheering your own team. The Dragons, the Cheetahs, these are all novice Saturday teams. The Cheetahs, the Kangaroos, and then our Saturday intermediate teams are Red Belly Cooters, the Springboks, and the Honey Badgers. On Sunday, your novice teams are Wildcats, the Grey Wolves, and then the intermediate teams on Sunday are the Dingoes and the Coyotes. So go HMTT animals. Yes, you will love your mascots, your coaches, everyone associated with your teams, and your teammates most of all. So, on to my best tips for the start of this fantastic training season. First, read all of the training materials that are going to be provided for you, including the training guide that will be completely online, and I believe that's going to be available starting this week and the entire season. That's where you'll find your weekly mileage and training regimen. The starting times will be listed, as well as the routes on the website every week. And then there's just so much other valuable information. You should read it all. Be sure to also read all of the emails that come to you. You'll get one from me every week. You'll certainly get several from your coaches. You don't want to miss any information, particularly if start times change or there's a change in the routes or whatever. The coaches are going to keep you informed. So you don't want to miss any of that information that comes out. Also, we have a HMTT Facebook page that will post pictures and little things that are going on, successes, shout outs, whatever. Lots of fun there. Secondly, is the recommendation that you show up for as many of your team training runs as you possibly can. And yes, we run in all weather. The only thing that will stop us and cancel a run is thunder and lightning. But rain, fog, mist, sun, you name it, we run. So show up for as many training runs as you can on Saturdays and Sundays. And yes, if you run on Saturday and you need to switch to a Sunday or vice versa one week, that's fine. No problem. You can slip right in with one of the novice or intermediate teams. The miles that you put in over the season are cumulative, and that's an important feature of why the training program is developed as it is. So you'll want to be adding your miles in the right way at the right time. Missing a weekend run here and there is okay, but the more that you're here, the more you'll gain all that you need to be successful on race day. Training runs will quickly fall into a routine, and you'll soon know exactly what to expect each Saturday and Sunday that you come to the stadium. If you're a returner, take a few new folks under your wing, and help them find the rhythm that you've come to rely on from HMTT. We are one great big running family, so use us as much as you can to make this a successful training experience for yourself. Each training run will begin with team announcements, then a dynamic warm-up, and teams depart the stadium in a staggered order so there aren't too many runners leaving the stadium at one time. My third tip, your weekday runs are important too, and that's in capital letters. If you skip your weekday runs, you will find that your Saturday and Sunday training runs, longer runs, are more difficult than they should be. They don't have to be that difficult, and if you're doing your runs during the week, you're going to find that your weekend runs will be more comfortable and more doable. Believe me, and any of the returners who've heard me say that, they know how truthful that is. So do your weekday runs as much and whenever possible. 4, your half marathon training team, we're your people. We're your tribe. Your coaches and your teammates are the people you will train with. They will support you, run with you, laugh with you, suffer and celebrate, commiserate, maybe cry sometimes if that's necessary, and ultimately finish the half marathon with you. Get to know them, communicate with them, talk to them, run with them, use the support of them. Your team is ultimately the absolute best part of the HMTT experience, and you have an opportunity to make the difference for yourself and for your teammates. You will love your coaches, I promise, and they will love you. Plain and simple. Love, in the end, is what makes this experience so very special. People who love to run, helping and support each other to get to the start and the finish line. And yes, I am going to mention safety. We harp on it. You'll hear it ad nauseum. You'll get tired of it. and I apologize in advance, but it is so important to keep all runners safe. We run facing traffic, generally on the left-hand side of the road, but whichever direction you're running, run facing traffic. We run 2 by 2 or 2 abreast. That's a joke we have in HMTT. You want to stay as thin or as skinny as possible, especially as we leave the stadium. Some of these streets in the fan are very thin, and you take the chance of being out in the middle of the road where traffic is coming. So you want to run 2 by 2 whenever possible. We stop and let cars go at stoplights especially, and also at busy intersections on Cary Street, Arthur Ashe Boulevard, Broad Street, Monument, Patterson, Grove. Those are the busiest thoroughfares, and you want to watch out and be careful. Coaches will direct traffic as much as they can on the busiest street crossings, but you need to run and be safe. You need to run safe and be aware of your surroundings at all times. Let me mention earbuds. As a team, we really discourage the use of earbuds during training runs. What you do on your own is certainly your prerogative, but we recommend during training runs when you're with us that either you don't wear earbuds at all or train with one earbud in. Safety and camaraderie are big. Just think about the person who might be running near you, who might want to be talking as you run and getting to know yourself. You might not hear a coach that's yelling directions at you or telling you of a danger coming. And just to hear the traffic around you. If there's a car coming back and someone hasn't warned you, that can be, or a bike. Bikes are another traffic and vehicular piece that you need to be aware of. So it's safest to run without earbuds during training runs. Again, what you do on your weekday runs and your personal runs, that's certainly your business. But we recommend that you not wear earbuds during our in-person training runs. And then my last trip is use all of the resources that are provided to you throughout the season. There will be clinics offered by VCU Health. Fleet Feet has Gear Up days and actually Gear Up weeks that you can go and enjoy special discounts on running gear. You want to get your running shoes. If you don't currently have them, go and get fitted. They'll get you sized and in the right running shoe, and it is going to make all the difference in your running experience. And your greatest resource are your team coaches. You have a head coach and then usually 3, 4, or 5 assistant coaches. They are there to like I've said previously, they're there to train you, encourage you, give you all of their knowledge. They have all run half marathons and know lots and lots of things that you need to know to be successful. So do use your coaches. So from the time we start at City Stadium on August 7th and 8th to the finish line here on November 13th, my biggest tip to you is to have fun. This experience should be fantastic fun. It will be hard work. There will be some long hours and runs at times. You'll have great runs. You'll have some sucky runs. We all do. There's diamonds and then there's rocks. You may struggle with injuries, hopefully not bad ones. Some aches and pains here and there, things you might not be used to or have felt before. And all of those things put together. And so much more that's part of this journey. Embrace it all. Savor it. Celebrate every moment, every mile. Feel great about what you're doing for yourself, and know that you are also a part of making Richmond a more active community, and that is a great thing. We're so excited that you're joining us. We can't wait to get started, and I can't wait to meet all of you, to hang out, to run with you, laugh, celebrate, and most of all, have so much fun with you. Let's make this the most fun HMTT training season ever. Go 2021 half marathon training team. I'll see you soon.